It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
New York State committed to Daniel Jones for a 4th season, but also made this a decisive year by declining his 5th-year option. 2022 looks like Jones' final chance to prove he can be the franchise face for the Giants, and he does have a cadre of weapons that he'll need to top his career highs of 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns that he set as a rookie.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Shepard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Penny. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We finally got the breakout from Penny that everyone, especially those in Seattle, have been waiting for. He went over 130 yards in 4 of his last 5 games, finishing with 749 for the season. The former first-rounder led all players with a 6.3-yard average per carry.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. It's taken to the 26. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
49 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking for Shepard deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What's up, man?
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Jones now off the play fake. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, 30 yards. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Smith on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Smith. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Giants offense and quarterback Daniel Jones set to take over again. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jones on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay on the touchdown throw from Daniel Jones. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, it's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. The throw over the middle taken in.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They go back to the ground now with Penny.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the 2nd half.
Now Gino on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on. Well,
they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now.
Now Jones. He'll get this. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, this is a team starting to work in concert now, right? They went out and got a touchdown to start the second half, and now they get the football right back.
And out now come the Seahawks. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now Geno. Leaves it for Penny.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let's be perfect. It's showtime, baby.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. They set up the screen to Penny.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
On the draw, this is Penny. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
96 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Smith. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And New York set to take the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some room to work. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the draw, this is Barkley. And there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right,
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. On the return, it's James. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Let's ride, dog.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jones. Eluding the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now off to the races down the right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Giants ready to come out now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
153 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A handoff to Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go, man.
And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet, but until then, this game's over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory.